my God. Hare Krishna's in the middle of Florence. God help us. Now that I've got your attention, welcome to the vlog. Sorry if I gave the impression this vlog was going to be all about Hare Krishnas, because that's it. But it is about the amazing city of Florence, and you're going to want to watch it. All the tropes you think of as soon as you're in Italy, mate. I'll tell you. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. This take for sure. By planes, buses, trains and cars. I'm heading from Dhaka to Dakar. Well, howdy all, and welcome to Florence, Italy. Dhaka to Dakar continues, and today is day 63, the 27th of March 2023, and we are in Florence, and I've just done a bit of a recce, and I've got to tell you, there's a lot in this city. This is huge. There are more tourists than I've seen anywhere on my entire trip, and that's saying something. We're going to start by crossing the Ponte Vecchio anyway, and checking out this city over the next few days, which will be one vlog. I dare say I'm going to do a much more detailed vlog when I get back, because this place is full of museums and churches and piazzas and bridges, and wow, there is so much to see and do here. I don't know how much we're going to get done, but we'll do our best. Ponte Vecchio, folks, and the most famous bridge in Florence. We're right up there with all the famous bridges in Italy, none of which I can think of apart from this one. You can see they sell gold and jewellery here. Yeah, check out all the jewellery. And that's probably the main reason why it's famous. Now the story goes that many years ago, these shops were all butcher's shops, and apparently the smell was disgusting, and so they were ordered to close and replaced by gold. Jewellery, people dealing in gold. So there you go. Possibly a true fact. I mean, I didn't make it up, I read it. Even with cloud cover, it's very beautiful and colourful. I guess over here, though, this is the more popular side. Does it look better than the other side? I don't know. I feel like when I say stuff, I'm saying it with an Italian accent, a very fake, bad Italian accent. I'm going to try and stop that. Maybe I should just go full Australian for you. Okay, folks, we're heading for Palazzo Pitti. I don't want to say that he had his siren on because he just wanted people to get out of the way. But he just had his siren on because he wanted people to get out of the way. Around every corner a square, and every square is just around the corner. And this is the Galileo Museum in the Palazzo Castellani, one of the oldest buildings in the city. A few famous people hailed from these parts. Galileo being one. Well, folks, there might be a little bit in the way of museums here, but let's learn a little bit about Galileo Galilei. My first question about Galileo is his surname is Galilei. So what were his parents thinking when they named him Galileo? Galileo Galilei. Mamma mia. Astronomy. This is a collection by the Medici family. sphere, created in the late 16th century here in Florence. Astronomy, navigation, time, all things are fascinating. Some of the most interesting topics there are, really. Here he is. Some big telescopes. All these things that we've had for quite a while now, they're still essential. Telescopes, couldn't learn about the stars without them. And look, microscopes. Brilliant. These are all from the 1800s. Well, that was the Galileo Museum, and it was well cool. And if this sort of stuff interests you, you should totally check it out. And even if it doesn't, you really should. Up here we have the Palazzo Ponte Vecchio. Up here we have the Palazzo Ponte Vecchio. Ho ho ho. These things is not like the others. One of these things is not quite the same. It looks like it's Pinocchio made out of small bits of smaller Pinocchios. Pinocchio di Pinocchio. So that's the Museo di Palazzo Vecchio. So that's the Museo di Palazzo Vecchio. Over here, you know, there's just some arches with some Roman statues, because why not? Actually, they were restored Roman Greek statues, so there you go. Howdy all, day 64 here, which is the 28th of March, and we are in line to go into the Uffizi gallery, the Galleria Ufizzi. Sorry, I said the Galleria Ufiza. That's better with an Australian accent. Here, this bust of the Emperor Titus, one of the original forms of nipple art. Botticelli, folks, 7 virtues. Botticelli. Well, folks, that was the Uffizi Gallery. It's sort of a museum slash art gallery, and it really only seems to be concerned with the Renaissance period. of a couple of centuries. I think maybe the 15th, 17th century, plus a lot of Roman sculptures from back in the day, plus even the odd Greek sculpture, or possibly not. I could have been wrong there. It's not quite the Louvre. It is regarded as the premier gallery here in Florence. So if you are here, it's generally one of the things that you should go see, despite the cost of €25. Now, I got a ticket that combines that with some gardens and the Palazzo Pitti, where we're going next. And that was €38. So it's 25 for this one. Pitti is €16. And this is also, with this ticket, you can basically just go inside instead of having to line up to buy a ticket. So there are good advantages, plus you get into the gardens, which I guess we'll possibly do today as well, because I think they're over the other side, next to the Palazzo Pitti. So, yeah. Okay, hiding behind the garbage truck is Palazzo Pitti. Our next stop in Florence. And this spot just outside the Palazzo seems to be a very popular spot for people to meet, mostly tour groups, I suspect. And over here I think is the entrance. Folks, Palazzo Pitti. It's not bad, is it? I mean, it's not as nice as my apartment, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Over there is the garden that we're going to, the Garden Boboli, I think, and yeah, and there are crowds here, of course, and just behind this big pylon is the entrance to the actual, the museum part of Palazzo Pitti. And one suspects that it'll be just as much about the building as it is about the art and whatever else we see. Let's do it. Oh, hello, madam. Seem to have dressed a little lackadaisically. That's better. Oh my gosh. What kind of place is this? I wonder if they'd let me play chopsticks if I asked. Do you think they've thought, hey, you know what? We actually got enough statues and just said, yeah, enough's enough? I don't know. So they just love their paintings. Massive. Didn't they? It was the same era as well as the Galleria. In the days of Medici, this was known as the German Guard sitting room. Well, there you go. Folks, Tyrion Lannister, the Renaissance play movement of Game of Thrones. Over there we can enter Giardino di Boboli. That garden that we've been looking at, folks. Let's have a look at the garden. A look at it, yeah. This building, folks, is the Lemon House. Honestly, I've got no idea why they call it a lemon house. Like, clearly some of these trees have oranges. Most have lemons, but still. folks, it's about 4:45 and it's been quite a day. And so I think it might be curtains for the day, and see you on the flip side. Howdy there from the future. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this first Florence video. I have decided again to split the videos into two halves. I just feel like, yeah, this I already cut a lot out, and there'll be more Florence videos probably later in the year, going more into depth from what I've already shown you. But that was sort of the first half of Florence. So the next vlog is going to be the rest of Florence. So I'm looking forward to showing you that. Dhaka to Dakar does continue. Florence, really loved it. Looking forward to showing you more of it. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Wherever you are in the world, take care. May the journey never end.